Greetings, everybody. Welcome to the January 6th, 2016 edition of the Midweek Update here on Wrestle with Redbeard. You may be aware that the anniversary of the finger poke of doom happened earlier this week. As a Gamecock fan, I'm hoping Oklahoma delivers a nice finger poke of doom to Clemson here next week. Number 5 story of the week is that The Rock is coming to WrestleMania. This is probably not surprising to too many people because The Rock is one of the few stars from the Attitude Era who can still get up and move around and actually compete and wrestle. You got guys like Stone Cold Steve Austin, Mick Foley, and others who are obviously still out there, but they've either been hindered because of injuries or just plain don't really care about getting in the ring anymore. Rock has still shown some proficiency and some interest in doing that, even though a lot of times these days there are things that in his Hollywood life that prevent him from getting involved. And that's one of the things that's come out as a result of the interest he's shown in being involved with WrestleMania 32 is that he's obviously going to be there. From what he's been saying on Twitter, he's going to be involved in the show some way, shape, or form. However, it's not known if he's going to be there in a wrestling capacity because of the fact that there are apparently some challenges being faced by some insurance providers that are associated with him and his career as an actor. The thing with people who put a whole lot of money on the line for a movie production is that they want to make sure that their stars are going to be safe and protected, and they are obviously insured by various companies out there, but if he's going to be stepping inside the squared circle, they're going to see that as a challenge to those particular policies, so there'll have to be some things ironed out as far as that's concerned. However, it is expected that he will in some way, shape, or form be in competition against who, as anybody guess at this point in time. There have been some who say he might be challenging Brock Lesnar. There's some who say that a match with The Undertaker is inevitable. Anybody's guess at this point in time. It could be literally anyone on the roster. Cena for the whatever time, maybe even Roman Reigns. Who knows? It could happen, you know. And this is just one of those interesting things because of him hyping the event and the appearance as much as it is. It's gotten a lot of discussion going online, a lot of theories floating around out there. But we'll have to see where exactly that goes because we're approaching Royal Rumble season and that always seems to throw things around into a mix. But once that's over and done with, we should know a bit better where he's going to land as far as where he's going to be in competition for WrestleMania 32. Number 4 story of the week is our reaction to Impact Wrestling's debut on Pop TV. This happened last night, and to be honest with you, it's TNA. There's not a whole lot of difference between what happened a few months ago and what's happening now in terms of that product. It is virtually the same in terms of delivery, style, whole 9 yards. There's no difference there whatsoever. I did a little bit of research in terms of, trying to find out how many minutes there were juxtaposed between talk and actual wrestling. It wasn't good. The comparison between one and the other. The biggest thing that frustrated me was the fact that you have here, again, an opportunity to start fresh with a big network and do something unique, and it's been more of the same. It's really and truly frustrating as a fan because there's a lot of stuff that needs to be righted in TNA. There's a lot of things that they could be doing in terms of establishing people and moving away from the tried and true. As you have seen people that they've been featuring on their content for God knows how long, but it's just not good. It really isn't. And what frustrated me even more was watching the show live last night. They ran this promo that was, I think, in the area of 2 to 3 minutes long for a show that's going to be coming on Pop TV, and that cut into the length of time that they had for the main event. The main event didn't start until almost 9:50, and the show was, of course, 10:50, and the show, of course, is supposed to end at 11. They had a little bit of an overrun, but even with that, the main event was very rushed for a World Heavyweight Championship match especially. They really didn't seem like they had a whole lot of time to work with. And you throw in the fact that they both have had matches previously in the evening, you really got the impression that they were just trying to get it in and get it done. So not a fantastic debut in my opinion on Pop TV for Impact. It's TNA, it is what it is. It's apparently all they're going to be going forward. It's good to see Dixie out there on the screen again, I guess, if you're into Dixie and all her cohorts and imaginations. Yeah, it's kind of depressing. Number 3 three story of the week is our reaction to New Japan Pro Wrestling's Wrestle Kingdom 10. This is a special event every year. This is an amazing thing to watch, in my opinion. If you don't see a lot of Japanese wrestling, you will most certainly have your head turned sideways by this, because it's very unlike what we see week to week in America as far as WWE, TNA. Ring of Honor gets a little close to it. Not so much anymore, but they're probably the closest to delivering a product that resembles what New Japan does. Really would encourage you to go out of your way and check this out, if for no other reason than to get your feet wet as far as what New Japan does with their product. It was a fun show to watch. It's a good combination of high flying and crazy stuff and traditional strong style. Match of the night, in my opinion, was the Dream Battle, as they were promoting it, between AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura. What can you say about those two that hasn't been said already? Just an amazing combination of talent. Of course, you had the main event, which was the IWGP Heavyweight Championship between the defending Okada and Hiroshi Tanahashi. That was a good match as well. I think they may have had better matches in the past, to be honest with you, but still definitely worth the price of the admission, or the price of your pay-per-view download, whatever it is, if you're a member of New Japan World. The other big thing that I'll mention is that you got a lot of stuff coming out of that particular event, including the fact that the Ring of Honor World title was defended in the Tokyo Dome for the first time, and also the events that happened the next day at the New Year's Day Rush, I believe is what they were calling it. You had suddenly a breakdown between members of the Bullet Club. You've got now AJ Styles, who's on the outs with the Bullet Club, and where they go forward with that is, I think we'll talk about that in a moment here, but where they go with that is anybody's guess, because now it seems as though Kenny Omega has established himself as the new man in charge of the Bullet Club. He's also graduated himself up from the juniors division. So we'll have to see where it goes there, but a lot going on in New Japan. They've been a promotion that's had a lot of interest for a long time here, and looks like they've got plenty of talent and stuff going on to continue that here in the future. So we'll see what happens with them in 2016. Number two story of the week is our preview of the Ring of Honor Winter Warriors Tour, which will be making a stop this Saturday in Concord, North Carolina. We're planning on attending this event. We'll be there and hopefully be able to shoot a little bit of footage for a Rasslin with Redbeard main show. This is an event that we've been looking forward to for a good long while. It's the first Ring of Honor show in North Carolina in a while. I don't think they've been in North Carolina in at least a year, possibly more than that. It's been a surprise to some people, because when Sinclair Broadcasting purchased Ring of Honor, there were several networks in the Carolinas that were associated with Sinclair, but nobody really seemed to see any interest from them in terms of coming back here. They focus mainly on the Northeast. Can't blame them for that. That's where their base of operations has always been, and that's been kind of a regrouping period for them as well. As they've had some talent go to different promotions and whatnot, and they've of course secured the Young Bucks here recently as an exclusive pair of talents. But even so, this is a TV taping, as we mentioned before. This will be the first event, first TV taping of the year, I should say, for them. Scheduled to appear, you've got the Young Bucks, the Briscoes, Jay Lethal, Roderick Strong. Kind of interesting dynamic there, because Roderick Strong has a Roddy versus the World challenge going, and none other than Masada has answered the call for that particular match here. That'll be an interesting thing, because of course most people think of Masada and they think of death matches, but believe it or not, Masada is actually a very sound technical wrestler, so we'll have to see what happens there. But should be a good show. They've also got the up-and-coming tournament that they're going to be producing the first round of there at that show, so a lot to look forward to. A lot of good stuff hopefully going to happen to that event. And we'll be sure to give you a report on the website here, on the Facebook page, and also on Twitter. We'll have some results and commentary from that event coming up this weekend in Charlotte, North Carolina. And the number one story of the week, of course, it's about AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura, and others possibly joining WWE. This is one of those stories that has just blown the roof off of the internet and had people talking since it first broke here about a day ago after New Japan's Wrestle Kingdom 10. As you saw, a day after Wrestle Kingdom 10, suddenly AJ Styles was no longer with the Bullet Club. That kind of opened him up to do whatever he wants to. The thing with this going forward, if they actually do sign with WWE, hasn't been confirmed yet, even though WWE has done a good job of taking advantage of the opportunity to get some free press out of it, if nothing else. If it does in fact pan out that these guys are all headed to WWE, then that's a fantastic thing. If they're not headed to WWE immediately, guess what? New Japan's got a white-hot babyface in the form of AJ Styles that they definitely need to take advantage of. It's going to take, I think, some processing if this does actually pan out to be a transition to Ring of Honor, to WWE for these guys, because of the fact that you've got AJ Styles, who has been known for his style forever. You've got Shinsuke Nakamura, who's the king of strong style, who will undoubtedly have to adapt somewhat, but will also have to go about dropping the IWGP Intercontinental title at some point there. Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson are both pretty well free to do whatever they please now that they've dropped the IWGP Tag Team Championship. It's just going to be a very interesting thing, and you've not seen a transition in terms of a big gathering of talent coming from one promotion to another like this in a long time. I think it'd be cool to see if they do something like Bullet Club in WWE. I think it'll be kind of repetitive, but at the same time, it'll be definitely doable now that they've got a combination of talent like these guys under one roof. At least supposedly they will be. Everybody's saying that it's happened and that it's done, but at the same time, you never know. This is Royal Rumble season after all, so it could be one-off performances for all we know. But we'll have to wait and see what happens there officially. But it's definitely something that Finn Balor and others have had some fun with on Twitter, posting images of them wearing Bullet Club shirts and opening the door to the WWE Performance Center and whatnot. So it's definitely fun stuff there. Speaking of fun stuff, got our schedule of events for the upcoming lineup of shows happening this weekend in and around our part of the world. There are 12 events that we are aware of happening this weekend. This is that weekend of the month, seemingly, where there are shows everywhere in between. As we mentioned before, the Ring of Honor event is this weekend in Concord, North Carolina. Also want to point out that happening over in Cornelia, Georgia, is the first round of Why We Wrestle's Year Zero Championship Tournament. They'll be putting a belt on somebody here in a couple of weeks. And this is round one of that particular tournament for that new promotion. That's the promotion that's taken the place of Anarchy over in Cornelia, Georgia. And also coming up on Sunday, you've got PWX's Taken by Force 3 event. That's going to be happening in Charlotte, North Carolina as well. So a lot of stuff going on, a lot of stuff to look forward to. Let's go ahead and roll those posters, and then we'll be back in a few moments to wrap up the show. There you have it, our rundown of the events happening in this part of the world this weekend. If you are a wrestler, a promoter, or in some way involved in a wrestling promotion, and you didn't see your poster on that lineup, guess what? It's because we didn't know about it. We do our best to peruse social media to keep track of what's going on in our part of the world, but we do miss things. That said, if you'd like your show to be featured in this program or on the Facebook page, please send it to us. We'd love to have your poster out there. You can contact us here on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter. Also got a couple of email addresses that are floating around out there as well. Be glad to have you on the program because that's a big part of what we do, promote the local events and talent in this area. Appreciate you guys tuning in. If you enjoyed the show, go ahead and click that like button. And if you really enjoy what we've got on the channel, go ahead and click subscribe. That lets us know we're doing a good job of keeping things fresh and updated with a new source of entertainment for you all going forward. Appreciate you tuning in once again. We'll see you next week.